Fine, welcome back to Online IT Vidya. This is day 3. So today we can discuss about what is software testing and static and dynamic testing and software development models. What about sequential model and incremental model and V model? So those are the concepts we can discuss in day 3 class. So last 2 days, day 1, day 2 classes, we discussed about what is software testing and what is SDLC process. Hope you understood the yesterday class, SDLC. Fine. SDLC, software bidding, kickoff meeting, initiation note, requirement gathering, SRS, plan, design, coding, testing, releasing and maintenance, like that. All implementations will be there, but the main implementation activities I will show now. The main implementation activities, see, SDLC, only the main implementation activities I am writing here. Main implementation activities are requirement gathering, project plan, design, coding, testing, the finally release and maintenance. See guys, requirement gathering. So prepare BRS and SRS requirements, project plan, design, coding, testing, releasing and maintenance. Here in SDLC process, this is the main activities. I didn't write all activities like yesterday process, just I written here the main activities: requirement gathering, prepare BRS and SRS, project plan, design, coding, testing and releasing and maintenance. Okay, so now here concentrate. Now here any company, same activities will be there, either small sales company or top MNC company, any company, the same activities will be there. Now software testing means it is a process of verification plus validation. Verification plus validation. Software testing means it is a process of what to what? It is a process of verification process and validation process. What is verification? What is validation? Very simple. Once again, software testing means what to what? Process of verification and validation. So what is verification? What is validation? Verification, one small example guys. For example, in one examination hall, one student they're writing exam. After completion of exam, answer paper before giving to invigilator, same student will conduct verification. Once again, so in examination hall, after completion of exam, who will write the exam? Same person, they will conduct verification. So once verification is completed, answer paper we will give to invigilator. Invigilator will perform validation. Are you getting my point? Who will write the exam? Same person, while writing they will review, nothing but call as verification. After the exam, invigilator validate whether answer right or not, which is called as validation. So software testing, it is a process of verification plus validation. See, from requirement gathering to up to coding. Like requirement gathering, who will collect the requirements? Business analyst with the help of system analyst. And project plan, who will prepare the plan? Project manager. And a design, who will design that requirements? Technical team or architect team. Coding done by programmer. See guys, from the requirement gathering to up to coding, from requirement gathering to up to coding, who will involve for implementation? Same team conducting review, nothing but call as verification. Are you getting my point? So who will involve for implementation? From requirement gathering to up to coding, who will involve for verification? Same team conducting. Who will involve for review? The same team conducting verification. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Software testing equal to verification plus validation. From requirement gathering to up to coding. From requirement gathering to up to coding, who will involve for development? Who will involve for implementation? Same team conducting review, which is called as verification. After development, separate team conducting testing, which is called as validation. Once again, software testing equal to, it is a process of verification plus validation. As per our example, while writing the exam, who will write the exam? Same student, review, nothing but call as verification. After invigilator checking our answer, which is called as validation. That means who will involve for implementation? Same team review, call as verification. Who will involve for implementation? Same team review, nothing but call as verification. After separate testing engineer conducting testing, nothing but call as validation. Are you getting my point? The software testing, it is a process of verification and validation. From requirement gathering to up to coding, who will involve for development? Same person review. For example, the first implementation, requirement gathering, who will collect the requirement? Business analyst and system analyst, and they will prepare BRS and SRS, right? And the same team, the business analyst and system analyst, same team review, which is called as verification. After that testing, releasing and maintenance, which is comes into validation. See, from requirement gathering up to coding, like requirement gathered by business analyst, right? Same person review whether BRS and SRS documents are correct or not. Next, project plan prepared by project manager. So project plan will be reviewed by same project manager. Next, after design by technical and architect team, the same team review. And coding by programmer, the same team review. From requirement gathering to up to coding, who will involve for implementation? Same team review, nothing but call as verification. After testing and releasing and maintenance, which is called as validation. Are you getting my point? So software testing means process of what to what? It is a process of verification and validation. What is verification? Let me write. I hope you understood, guys. So what is verification? What is validation? So which is done by same team, call as verification. Which is done by separate team, call as validation. So let me write the both, which is verification, which is validation. But software testing means it is a process of both. What is a both? Verification process and validation process. What is verification process? It's a process of verifying. It's a process of verifying. So developing developing the project is right or not. So developing the project is right or not, which is called as verification. Next, validation. It's a process of validating. Developed. So developed product is right or not. The developed project is right or not, which is called as validation. Are you getting my point? So guys, it's a process of software testing means what to what? Process of verification and validation. Very simple. From requirement gathering to up to coding, who will involve for implementation? Same team, review. Nothing but call as verification. And after coding, separate testing engineer involved, testing engineer validating the developed work, which is called as validation. Are you getting my point? So like from requirement gathering up to coding, call as verification. After coding, testing levels. Yesterday we discussed 4 types of testing levels. Everything comes into validation. So testing engineer job comes into validation. Testing engineer, we have to validate whether the developed application is right or not. As a testing engineer, we have to validate that developed application is right or not. Do one thing. I'll show one small example in the Paint application, guys. Just try to understand. So what is verification? What is validation? I'll show here. This is verification. This is validation. Here I'll write implementation activities, guys. First one, what? Requirement gathering. Like implementation activities, I am writing requirement gathering and prepare BRS and SRS. Prepare BRS and SRS. The next one, plan. So project plan. Project plan will be prepared by project manager. Next, high level design and low level design. The next one, coding. The next one, unit testing. After integration testing, unit testing, integration testing. Next, third one, system testing, and the fourth one and the last one, user acceptance testing. Once again, here requirement gathering, BRS and SRS, plan, design, coding. And the right side, the testing levels, the 4 types of testing levels: unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and user acceptance testing. User acceptance testing, guys. From requirement gathering to, see, this is a process. The left side, wait 1 minute. The left side, from requirement gathering to up to coding, who will involve for review, which is called as verification. After separate person testing, like unit testing, integration testing, entire this process comes into validation. Are you clear my point? The left side part is called verification, the right side part is called validation. Once again, software testing means it is a process of verification and validation. So what is verification? What is validation? It's a process of verifying we are developing the project is right or not, called verification. Next, validation. It's a process of validating the developed product is right or not, called as validation. From requirement gathering to up to coding, who will involve for team? The same team review. So verification reviewed by the same team. Next, validation. Testing done by testing engineer, which is called as validation. Are you clear my point? So guys, what is software testing means very simple. It is a process of verification and validation. So testing engineer job comes into validation. And QA, QC, the two types of roles are there in the market, in the IT companies. QA. Now actually, who will perform verification, that process called as QA? Who will perform validation, that process called as QC? Of course, you know, the testing engineer job comes into validation. Are you getting my point? So guys, who will involve for verification, that role called as QA? Who will involve for validation, that role called as QC? Testing engineer job comes into validation, but testing engineer designation also called as both QA, QC in IT industry. Guys, actually as per subject, who will perform verification, that team only we should call as QA. Who will perform validation, that team only we have to perform validation. So testing engineer job comes into validation. Testing engineer job comes into validation, but in IT companies, testing engineer is called QA, QC both. Are you clear my point? Once again, what is software testing? It is a process of verification and validation. Very simple. Developing the project is right or not called as verification. Developing the project is right or not called as verification. Developed product is right or not called as validation. Once again, so verification, validation. What is verification? It's a process of verifying developing the project is right or not. It's a process of verifying developing the project is right or not called as verification. Next, validation. It's a process of validating the developed product is right or not called as validation. The developed product is right or not called as validation. Are you getting my point, guys? Okay. The next. I hope everyone you understood. My question is, as a testing engineer, where we have to involve in verification or validation? Guys, my question is, as a testing engineer, where we have to involve means verification or validation? Yes, our job is called validation. Every testing engineer involved in validation only. So someone is developed, we have to validate whether the developed application is right or not. The developed application is right or not. Okay. Next. Nutan, you're asking about difference in between QA and QC. Just now explain the same, Nutan. Who will involve for verification, the team call as QA. Who will involve for validation, the team call as QC. But actually, this is as per subject, but IT companies testing engineer is called testing engineer, also called as QA and QC both. Okay, subject different, real time work process different. Okay, next, software. Next concept, software development models. Software development models. Guys, someone is asking that question as a, which tools are used for QA, which tools are used for validation? See guys, if you I think you not understand clearly this concept. Verification is review. For review, no need any tools, right? So for QA process, no need any tools. Only QC process we can use automation, Selenium, something tools. So QA process only verification. No need any tools for verification. Okay. Software, the next concept, software development models, also called as SDLC models. What is software development models available in the market? Any company Any company activities are same. What is the same activities? Requirement gathering, prepare BRS and SRS, plan, design, coding, testing, releasing and maintenance. Once again, so requirement gathering, prepare BRS SRS, plan, design, coding, testing, releasing and maintenance. So this is the main activities. Okay. Any company same activities are common, but based on the project requirement, based on the client requirement, once again, based on the project requirement, based on the client requirement, SDLC models dividing into two types of models. One is sequential model. Second one is incremental model. What is sequential? What is sequential model? What is incremental model? Try to understand. I'll show on the page. Here, SDLC models, software development models. Software development models dividing into two types of models. Software development models dividing into two types of models. What are the two types of models? Try to understand. Right, guys. The left side, this is static testing. The right side, incremental model, sequential model. Let me write first. Sequential model, and the right side on incremental model. Guys, SDLC models dividing into two types of models. One is sequential model, second one is incremental model. So what is sequential model? What is incremental model? Try to understand. Guys, small size project, whenever small size project and implementing small size of the requirement, then we can go to sequential model. Big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model. Once again, software development models dividing into two types of models such as sequential models and incremental models. Small size project, small size requirement, then we can go to sequential model. Big size project and big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model. Guys, let me take two examples as a project. For example, we all are working in one company. In that company, we are dealing two types of project. One is online IT Vidya website. Second one is one banking online transaction. Are you getting my point? So in our company, we are dealing two projects. Just imagination. One is online IT Vidya. Now online IT Vidya website, one project, and the second one banking online transaction. So which one is small size, which one is big size project? Of course, online IT Vidya website development is a small size project, but banking application is a big size project. So now both our implementation activities are same. What is the same? Requirement gathering, plan, design, coding, testing. Implementation activities are same. The first, let me implement online IT Vidya website. How? First, business analyst will go to client side, collecting the project requirement, prepare plan, design, coding, testing, releasing and maintenance. So step-by-step activities we can implement. Next, whenever online IT Vidya completed, The next one, incremental model. Next one, incremental model. So like let's go to banking client, collecting all requirements. But here one small problem, guys. Previously, online IT Vidya, at a time we collected requirements, but banking domain, at a time collecting requirements are not possible because of the reason it is a big size of the projects. So big size of the requirement, at a time we not able to collect all requirements. So what we can do, at a time collecting all requirements are not possible, not possible. So what we can do, instead of collecting at a time, part by part we can collect. Big size of the requirement now, out of 100%, for example, today collect 20% of the requirement, and again based on 20% of requirement, all implementation activities, and again go back, again collecting again remaining 20% of requirement, and again based on requirement, again all implementation activities, like that one by one all implementation activities will be there. Are clear my point? So here whenever small size project, we can follow step by step implementation activities. Whenever big size project, then we can follow part by part implementation activities. Are you clear my point? So to develop this online IT Vidya website, we can follow sequential model. To develop the banking application step by step not possible, then we can go for incremental model. Are you clear my point? So SDLC models dividing into two types of models, such as sequential models and incremental model. So small size project, small size requirement, then we can go to sequential model. Big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model. Once again, small size requirement, small size project, then we can go to sequential model. So big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental models. What are the sequential models available in the market? Number of sequential models available in the market. Let me show that what are the sequential model available in the market. Like waterfall model and V model. Waterfall model and V models are best examples for sequential model. And what are the incremental models in the market? Like RAD model and prototype model, RAD model and prototype model and spiral model, and very advanced and very powerful agile model. So this is market nowadays, market models in the market. Once again, software development models dividing into two types of models. One is sequential model, second one is incremental model. So small size project, small size requirement, we can go to sequential model, and big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model. So what are the sequential models in the market? Waterfall model and V models are best examples for waterfall model, and V models are best examples for sequential model. And RAD model, prototype model, spiral model, agile models are best examples for incremental model. Are you clear my point? Once again, so SDLC models dividing into two types of models. One is sequential model, second one is incremental model. Sequential model and incremental model. So whenever small size project, small size requirement, then we can go to sequential model. So whenever big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model. So what are the sequential models available in the market? Waterfall model, V models are best examples for sequential model. RAD model, prototype model, spiral model, and agile models are best examples for incremental model. But finally, one question: We are testing engineers, right? So we have to perform testing on application. Then why we are discussing about development models? My question understand. So we are testing engineer. We should perform testing on application. Then why we should involve for sequence? Why we should involve for development models? Because of the reason, if you as a testing engineer, if you want to start testing, first you should know developer which model they're following. Depending on the model only, our testing activities will be there. All clear, guys? Depending on the model only, our testing activities will be there. So once again, software development models dividing into two types. One is sequential model, second one is incremental model. Small size of the project, small size of the requirement call, like suitable sequential. Big size of the project, big size of the requirement, we can go for incremental. Guys, once again I'm repeating, if you want to test application as a testing engineer, first before start testing, first you should know in our company what are the development model they're following. So depending on development model, we able to perform testing. That's what. So before start testing activities, we are discussing about development models today. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. The first model, waterfall model, already designed process I will show, guys. Let me save this one. Just 1 minute. Let me save which SDLC models. Okay, now today we are discussing about the first sequential model. In the sequential model, the first model is waterfall model. Once again, so we are discussing the first one, sequential model. So in the sequential model, like already we discussed, small size projects suitable for sequential, big size projects suitable for incremental model. So now here waterfall model, let me discuss. Waterfall model, let me discuss the same. First, requirement gathering. Requirement gathering and project plan. The next one, design. Next one, coding. Next one, testing, and release and maintenance. Okay, and maintenance. Here implementation activities, guys. First, requirement gathering, project plan, design, coding, testing, releasing and maintenance. Guys, this is SDLC activities. So requirement gathering, plan, design, coding, testing. So let me read some point wise. First, we are discussing about waterfall model. Of course, you know, it is comes into sequential model, incremental model. It comes into sequential model. It is a sequential model which is suitable for small size of the projects. Once again, so now we are discussing about waterfall model. It is a sequential model. Guys, my keyboard, some letters not working. That's what, only the shortcut words I'm writing. Fine. Sequential model, and it is suitable for sequential model and suitable for small size of the projects. Second point, waterfall model, if you observe, same as SDLC process. What is SDLC process? Requirement gathering, prepare BRS and SRS, plan, design, coding, testing. Even almost waterfall model also look like a same, right? Even waterfall model also almost look like a same. So waterfall model same as SDLC process. It is what process? SDLC process. Once again, so waterfall model, it is a sequential model suitable for small size of the project, and it is same as SDLC process. SDLC process. Next, waterfall model, observe step-by-step implementation activities, right? How first requirement gather. Whenever 100% requirements are gathered, then go for project plan. So whenever 100% plan is prepared, then go for design. Whenever 100% designing is completed, then go for coding. So whenever 100% coding is completed, then go for testing. Like that, step-by-step activities will be there. So it is a in waterfall model, all implementation activities step-by-step process. For example, 100% requirements are not completed, then is it possible to go for plan? No. 100% plan not completed, is it possible to go for design? No. So whenever the specific one completed, means whenever one phase completed, then only we can go for next phase. So in this model, all activities will be carried out step-by-step activities. Let me write here, in waterfall model, all activities will be carried out step-by-step process. Step-by-step process. Step-by-step process for all activities. Once again, it is a sequential model suitable for small size of the project, and it is same as SDLC process, and it is a step-by-step activities in waterfall model. And guys, yesterday already we discussed software testing means what to what? Software testing means verification plus validation, right? Software testing means what to what? It is a process of verification plus validation. But in waterfall model, no need verification. Directly we can perform only validation. In waterfall model, verification not required. In waterfall model, verification not required. Only we can perform validation. Are you clear my point, guys? Software testing means it is a process of what to what? Verification and validation. So here verification no need. Here verification no need. Guys, sorry. Verification no need. Here we can perform only validation. Are you clear, guys? So once again, software testing, verification not required, only validation required. Why not verification? Why only validation? Because of the reason, verification means development time reviews no need. Validation means directly after completion of development we can perform testing. Are you clear my point? So development time no need testing. Directly after completion of development we can perform testing, which is called as validation. Once again, software testing, it is a process of verification and validation. So in waterfall model, verification not required because of the reason small size of the project. So verification not required. Directly we can perform validation. Directly we can perform validation. And in this model, flow of activity look like a waterfall. See the step by step, the flow of activity look like a waterfall. So this model title as a waterfall model. Flow of activity. So flow of activity look like a waterfall. So this model title as a waterfall model. Guys, one thing. As a testing engineer, our job not development, our job testing. But before learn testing, we should understand what are the development models available in the market. So we should have that knowledge about development models. Just concentrate. Okay. Once again, SDLC models dividing into two types of models such as sequential model and incremental model. Whenever small size project, small size requirement, then we can go to sequential model, and big size project, big size requirement, then we can go to incremental model. And waterfall model, we are discussing about the first model, waterfall model. This is all our points from the waterfall model. The first point, what? It is a sequential model suitable for small size of the project. And waterfall model same as SDLC process. And in waterfall model, all implementation activities will be carried out step by step implementation activities. In waterfall model, all implementation carried out by step activities. In waterfall model, no need verification, only validation required. And in waterfall model, the flow of activity look like a waterfall. So this model titled as a waterfall model. Are you clear my point? In waterfall model, the flow of activities look like a waterfall. So this model titled as a waterfall model. Once again, SDLC model, sequential, incremental. Today we are discussing about sequential model. The first model, waterfall model. Waterfall model is a sequential model suitable for small size. It is same as SDLC process, and it is a step by step. It is a step by step process. It is a step by step process, and it is a step by step process. And in waterfall model, no need verification, only validation required. Only validation required. In waterfall model, the flow of activity look like a waterfall. So in this model, the flow of activity look like a waterfall. So in this model titled as a waterfall model. Are you clear my point, guys? Okay. The next one. I hope everyone you understood, guys. Waterfall model. Guys, real-time development is not our job, only testing. So just try to understand the development models only. Next, the next model, V model. V model. V stands for verification and validation. V stands for what? Verification and validation. Verification and validation, guys. So normally, as per SDLC activities, when to start testing engineer job? Testing engineer job will be start after development, right? But my question is, see, normally testing engineer job will be start after development, yes. But my question is, once if you confirm any project, if developers require the more time to develop the any project, for example, if they're asking for 3 months, if they're asking for 4 months, if they're asking for 6 months only for development, then when to start our job? My question, understand, guys? So once again, so my question, try to understand. So as per SDLC, testing engineer job will be start. As per SDLC, testing engineer job will be start after development only. After development only. But if any project, if developer asking for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year only for coding, then when to start our job? Means after 6 months or before 6 months? After 6 months if I start, then what we can do in this 6 months, right? What is our job in the 6 months? That's what. So real time what happened, I'll explain clearly. Concentrate, guys. Just 1 minute, I'll show now V model. I'll show now V model, guys. Just 1 minute. Now V model. Same. Just now we discussed about verification validation, right? Almost it is also look like the same. So now we are discussing about which model? V model. Okay, the first requirement gathering in this model. After prepare requirement documents. What are the requirement documents are there? Like BRS and SRS. BRS and SRS. So real time actually what happened? Once requirements are ready, based on the requirement, so parallel implementation activities like planning, like designing, like coding, planning, designing, coding. In V model, testing engineer no need to wait up to completion of 100% coding. So based on the requirement, we can start testing activities, nothing but our level system testing. So we can start testing activities such as prepare documentations. What documentations? Prepare test plan and prepare test scenarios, prepare test cases. Like some of the documents we can prepare parallelly. See guys, normally any project after completion of coding, testing engineer job will be start, but only in V model, once requirements are ready, based on the requirements, parallelly one side development activities and parallelly one more side testing activities, the both will be there. Once again guys, so V stands for verification validation. Normally testing engineer work will be start after coding, but in V model what happened? In V model, once requirements are gathered, so prepared BRS and SRS, based on requirement BRS and SRS document, parallelly one side development activities, parallelly one more side testing activities. Are you getting my point? So parallelly one side development activities and parallelly one side testing activities. Once again guys, concentrate here. In V model, once requirements are ready, based on requirement, so project manager prepare plan, technical team go for design, programmer go for coding. So parallelly based on the same requirement, so testing engineer start testing. Testing engineer not testing, just testing engineer prepare testing related documentations such as test plan, test scenarios and test cases, such as test plan, test scenarios and test cases documents. So programmer after coding, programmer will perform unit testing and programmer will perform integration testing. So whenever unit testing and integration testing is completed, then only we can start testing on the project. We can start testing, but parallelly we are not testing, just we are preparing testing related documentations in the V model. And as usual, our last level user acceptance testing. Guys, concentrate. Normally as per SDLC, like requirement gathering, plan, design, coding, so testing will be start after the coding, right? Testing will be start after the coding, but only testing will be start after the coding. But here what happening? So here what happening in V model, once requirements are ready, based on the requirement, parallelly implementation activities will be there. I think we have a doubt. Without coding, without development, how is it possible parallel testing? Parallelly testing engineer not testing, just to prepare testing related documentations such as test plan, test scenarios, test cases, like that documentations they will prepare. Guys, small example. All are we join our company. So development team developing the application. Development team, they're asking for 6 months time for development. In the 6 months, what we can do testing engineer? Actually, after 6 months only we can start testing. Yes, but in the 6 months, to save the time, based on the same requirement, we are preparing testing related documentations such as test plan, test scenario, test cases, like that. Some documentations we are preparing based on the requirement. Are you clear my point? So based on the requirements, we can prepare some documentations like plan, scenarios, cases. After 6 months, whenever application development is completed, then only we can start testing. We can start directly testing on application. In V model, based on the requirement, before coding, we are start preparing testing related documentation such as test plan, test scenarios, and test cases. Okay, that too we discussed already. Software testing means first verification, next validation, right? But in V model, both are parallelly will be performed. What is a parallelly? So verification process and as well as validation process, both will be performed parallelly. Verification and validation process, like verification process and validation process, both will be performed parallelly. Are you clear my point, guys? So once again, V stands for verification and validation. V stands for verification and validation. So in V model, both will be performed parallelly, verification and validation. Guys, once again, in V model, what happened? If developer asking for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, in this time, you don't need to wait. To save time, parallelly we can prepare testing related documentations. That means we are starting our activities before development. So like we are not testing before development. Just we are preparing testing related documentation such as test plan, test scenarios, and test cases. Whenever coding is completed, whenever 100% white box testing, nothing but unit testing, integration testing completed, then only we are testing on application. And in V model, both will be performed parallelly. What is the both? Verification process, validation process, both will be performed parallelly, which is like both will be performed parallelly in V model. Are you clear my point? Okay. What is V? Why this model title as V? V stands for verification and validation. Let me write here. What is a V model? V stands for what? Verification and validation. In this V model, testing activities will be start before development. Are you clear my point? And before development, what is the process start? Prepare test plan, prepare test scenarios, prepare test cases. And that too, in V model, we can save time. How we can save time? By preparing the documents before development. By preparing the documents, we can save time. That too, in V model, both will be there. What is the both? Verification, validation. So we can ensure 100% quality and 100% customer satisfaction. 100% customer satisfaction. Are you clear my point? Guys, once again, V stands for verification validation. In this V model, testing activities will be start before development, such as preparing test plan, test scenarios, and test cases. And we can save more time and we can ensure 100% customer satisfaction. Guys, you know one thing, worldwide to develop the small size of the company, 90% of companies they're following V model. Why not waterfall? Why V model? I'll tell you guys. Waterfall model, we should wait up to completion of development. But in V model, before development, testing activities will be start, like preparing some documents. And waterfall model, only validation or verification. But in V model, both will be there, verification, validation. So we can ensure 100% customer satisfaction. That too, waterfall model, our testing activities only after coding. But in V model, by starting before coding, we are performing. By starting before coding, we are performing both. We are performing both, like verification, validation, and we are saving more time in V model. Are you clear my point, guys? Once again, so guys, most of the companies, they're following V model. Guys, don't buy hard, just try to understand. So what is a model, what is a process? I'll explain clearly. Okay, so I hope you understood, guys. V model also, this is V model. So V stands for verification and validation. In this V model, before development, we can start testing activities, and both will be there parallelly: verification process, validation process. So verification means nothing but development time reviews, nothing but call as verification. After completion of development, the testing process, nothing but call as validation. Are you clear my point, guys? Someone is asked when integration testing. After unit testing, that is common. After integration testing, we can start testing. So guys, today we discussed, this is a topic like what is software testing. It is a process of verification and validation. And what is verification, what is validation? It's a process of developing the project is right or not, verification, developer product is right or not, validation. And SDLC models dividing into two types: sequential models and incremental model. Small size project, small size requirement, we can go to sequential. Big size project, big size requirement, we can go to incremental. So today we discuss about suitable for sequential model, waterfall model, and V model. Waterfall model and V model. So tomorrow we can go for incremental model